Mick Foley.
This is Harley Race.
This is Shelton Benjamin.
This is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is the Monster Abyss.
And this is Daniel Bryan.
This is JBL, and you're watching the MWF.
Be there, live.
Wrestling fans, welcome to the August MWF Ultra. Tag Team Gold on the line. The Canadian Superstars were victorious in their first title defense ever at MWF Night of Champions Fireworks on the 4th when they defeated Slick Wagner Brown and Die Hard Eddie Edwards. Last month on Ultra, Dave Cole took on Black Lotus Matt Ledge in singles competition. Cole came away with the victory, however, there were some hard feelings. At a live MWF event after Matt Ledge defeated Pat Gunner, he was assaulted and attacked by these Canadian superstars, only to be saved by Osirus. The MWF Board of Directors, now headed by the interim president, the Jackal, signed this match right here for August. It's the Canadian superstars, Jay Buster and Dave Cole, against Osirus and Matt Ledge. What a way to kick off the program. And what a night we have here on Ultra. In addition to this big championship encounter, Tommy Penmanship makes his MWF debut, taking on Latin Fury Luis Ortiz, and the Jackal has mandated that the winner of the match tonight will face MWF television champion Die Hard Eddie Edwards on the MWF's 5th anniversary broadcast of MWF Ultra next month. It's going to be a hell of a program from top to bottom. In addition to that, the Big Islander Makua, fresh off of his #1 Contenders Battle Royal victory at Night of Champions, will be in action. Johnny Reyes from the AWE promotion in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, makes his MWF debut, taking on the returning Nick Narcissistic, a man Commissioner Vaughn Johnson fired Christmas night. What a loaded program we have here, and what a matchup we have to open it up. Tag team action. Looks like we're going to open up with Dave Cole and Osirus. Maybe a point of trivia right here, but Osirus is the only man that I can think of in the MWF that has had a shot at every championship here in 2006. With successful showings, I should say, not successful wins, against Die Hard Eddie Edwards in January, and then against Sudden Impact Dylan Cage in April for the MWF Heavyweight Championship. Johnny Fabulous is once again absent from ringside. I'm told that he's tending to other business in this broadcast. Will we see the Fabulous one? I guess that remains to be seen. Osirus backs Cole up into the corner. Well, not exactly a clean break. These dirty, rotten Canadian superstars, I wouldn't expect much from them either. Osirus has the fan support behind him. The fans love Osirus. And Black Lotus Matt Ledge has certainly made an impression here since making his MWF debut back in April by defeating the Outpatient. Cole works over the left arm of Osirus. Osirus leaps out of it, and a reversal. Osirus is a hungry young athlete, and he continues to get better and better each and every time out. Reversal from Cole, and look at that. Takedown into a pinning attempt. Osirus out just after 2. Way too early to go for a pin attempt, in my estimations. And look at that. Both men back to their neutral corners, and he makes the tag to Black Lotus Matt Ledge. Interesting choice for Dave Cole right there. He doesn't choose to tag in the fresh man, Jay Buster. And Ledge works over Cole's arm, taking over Osirus' left arm, wrenching on that arm. As we said, Matt Ledge made a huge impression on some of wrestling's greatest legends at the Cauliflower Alley Club's 41st reunion in Las Vegas back in June. But he's not making much of an impression right here on Dave Cole as he reverses out of that armbar and is in control of Ledge. even though I'm sure he does not have 100% strength in his arm right now. I almost feel naked here without the Jackal this month, but he's busy doing things that interim presidents do. Look at that, Matt Ludge back in control on this one. Tag to Osirus. Osirus up to the middle rope, framing it with a punch into the shoulder. As they continue to wrench on that arm, that's really going to be sore. Look at that, snaps it over his own shoulder. Somehow manages to tag in Jay Buster, and Jay Buster winds up in the same predicament. Your official referee Sal Giliberto right in there. Look at that. Looks like a forearm to the naked eye, but that could have been a closed fist. Another forearm from Jay Buster. But Osirus back in control. Jay Buster last month on Ultra had a very, very tremendous showing against the MWF television champion Die Hard Eddie Edwards. However, he did not come away with the championship belt. And that makes the Canadians angry. They're winners. They ended that long reign of Todd Hansen and Bo Douglas in the ultimate screw job back on the June edition of this program. Blind tag to Dave Cole. What a boot to the face! And he didn't even see it coming. He knocked Osirus into la-la land on that one. He's going for a pin, but Giliberto's distracted. Osirus out at about 1.5. Knee to the face from Dave Cole. Osirus out right around 2 this time. Cole tags in Jay Buster. Headbutt to the midsection, right in the rib cage. What's Jay Buster gonna do now? Off the ropes. Kick to the back. Off the ropes again. What's he gonna do now? Boot to the back of the head. Goes for the cover there. 1, 2. Osirus out just after 2. Now Jay Buster's wrenching on Osirus's neck after that kick to the spine. I'm sure that isn't a pleasant feeling. But the fans are behind him. Elbow to the midsection, another one. But not enough to fend off Jay Buster at this moment. Look at that, turns around. What a cheap shot on Matt Ledge right there. The referee's distracted, an illegal tag, not even a tag. And look at this double teaming right now on Osirus. What are they going to do here? They're stretching every ligament in that man's body right now. Look at Osirus. Choking on him. Dave Cole's got to be 225 pounds. All of his weight was on Osirus's throat. Snap suplex from Dave Cole. Osirus out just after 2, but you can tell that kick out was not with authority. The Canadians have done a good job weakening him. Just slapping him across his face. Dave Cole off the ropes. Drop kick from Osirus. He had a little bit left in the gas tank. And look at Jay Buster illegally entering the ring once again. Dave Cole has enough energy to hold on to Osirus, pulls him back into the corner, and again, a lot of illegal antics, but smart tag team wrestling to say the least. Wrenching back again on Osirus' neck. Clubbing him in the face. Matt Ledge is trying to rally his partner. All the fans on here for Ultra, they want to see Osirus and Matt Ledge win those tag team titles. Osirus fighting with everything he's got to get out of it. Went for a sunset flip right there. He didn't have full control of his body, and Jay Buster out easily on that one. Misses the clothesline attempt with a cross body. Not pretty, but effective. There's a clothesline from Buster. You'd have to think that Todd Hansen and Bo Douglas would like to see Osirus and Matt Ledge win the tag team championship, because they cannot get a title shot against the Canadian superstars due to that contract they signed with Johnny Fabulous. Let's not forget about what the Canadians did to Bo Douglas last month at the end of the program when they tried to scalp him. Buster sets up Cole right into Osiris' foot. Oh, wait a minute, Cole off the middle ropes. Drop kick. Osirus barely out at 2. That's why these two men are the champions. They might not do it legally, but what they do is very effective. Very effective. A lot of fans thought that Jay Buster could perhaps have been the man to end diehard Eddie Edwards' year-and-a-half reign as TV champion last month on Ultra. I know the Jackal is keeping a very close eye on this situation. I know he's looking for a way to reverse or find a loophole out of the contract that Hansen and Douglas had with Johnny Fabulous so they can get a title shot. Osirus works his way back into the corner and tags Matt Ledge. However, the Canadians cheating distracts Giliberto, and once again, the legal man is deemed illegal. Drop kick to the back of the head from Cole. Another pinfall attempt right there. Osirus out just after 2. We have seen very little of Matt Ledge in this matchup. Osirus must be exhausted. That front face lock position just wearing down Osirus, wrenching on his neck and head. And you have to realize that Johnny Fabulous has a great dislike of Osirus after he turned down his business proposal back in March, after he helped him get a championship shot at Dylan Cage. Osirus is fighting for that corner. He wants it. He wants the tag. Pushes Cole off. Boot to the midsection. Twist of fate right there. Could that be enough? Dave Cole is out of it. Jay Buster has to realize he's a ways away. Osirus is inches away. Both men make the tag. Ledge in, clothesline. And another clothesline on Dave Cole. Sets up Jay Buster into the turnbuckle out of the ring. Ledge sets up Dave Cole into the turnbuckle. Uses Osirus as a springboard with a forearm into the corner. Lotus is headed up to the top rope. What are we going to see here? Some high flying. Osirus, no, is thrown into Ledge. Cole tosses Osirus out of the ring. And this Jay Buster with a punch to the face. What do we have here? Is he going for a power bomb? Wait a minute. Whoa! Double knee to the back. Sit down power bomb. 2, 3. The Canadian superstars retain the Millennium Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship. Look at that maneuver from the Canadian superstars. What a victory here on the August edition of MWF Ultra. When the Canadian superstars are in tune, they could be unstoppable. Look at Jay Buster throw Osirus out of the ring like he's a piece of trash. And there goes Matt Ledge. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with the Islander Makua.